Hey guys, this is Justin from thecarflip.com. We're doing another Ask Me Anything, and I've had a lot of fun recording these. I'm doing them here at the gym this morning, or a few of them at least. I got a few strange looks as people walk by and wonder why I'm holding the phone up, speaking into it and watching myself on video. But other than that, it's been good. But I got a question from Jim. He was asking me essentially how to avoid junk, overpriced, and there was one other thing, scams on Craigslist. So how to avoid junk cars, overpriced cars, and scams. And really, it's more simple than you think if you think about it in regards to if you were shopping at Walmart. If you're shopping at Walmart, how do you avoid overpriced things? Well, on the cereal aisle, probably my favorite, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is right up there. So if I'm shopping for Cinnamon Toast Crunch and I walk up and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is $7.47, is that a good deal? No. I know that because I buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch quite often. So if I go to Food Lion or maybe I go over to Target or wherever, I can easily compare prices, and I don't even have to leave Walmart to do that. And that's the awesome thing about flipping cars or shopping for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If I'm curious about the price and don't think that sounds right, I can go on Target.com or I can go to Foodline.com and I can see how much their Cinnamon Toast Crunch is going for. Same thing with cars. If someone's got a 1997 Jeep Wrangler listed and you see it listed for $13,400 and you think, it doesn't sound like that good a deal, but I'm not sure. You can go to Craigslist, same site you're on, and Google 1997 Jeep Wrangler, and you're going to see them falling anywhere from probably 65 to 95, maybe right around 10,000 if it's lifted or has big tires or something. So you're going to know right away that's not a good deal. Now conversely, if I'm in Walmart and I walk up on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and let's say I don't know anything about Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and the Cinnamon Toast Crunch is $1.37 for the big box, and I'm thinking, that sounds like a really good deal. So I go to Target.com and theirs is $3.99. I go to Food Line and theirs is $3.50. I know that the Walmart one obviously is the better deal. Same thing with the Jeep Wrangler. You see the same 1997 Jeep Wrangler. It's listed for $3,700. We think, that sounds like a pretty decent deal. You scan Craigslist and you see them going from 55 to 75. You see some for 85. If you custom ones for close to 10, then you know it's a good deal. And that has been my bread and butter for the last several years, Jeep Wranglers. I recognize deals because I buy them. So I see the Jeep Wrangler for $3,700. I know it's a good deal. I don't even have to reference because I've done it so often, just like I know the good deal on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch when I see it at Food Line or Walmart or Target. So eventually you'll acquire that skill. Right now maybe you don't have it, but you've got all the tools in the world right in front of you on your phone that you can reference other people's prices. Now scams are easy. If there's only one picture and it's kind of grainy and it doesn't look like it's from your area, like I see them all the time here in my area and there's palm trees and stuff in the background, I know that's not where I'm at because I'm in North Carolina. We don't have palm trees unless you've purposely planted them there, and even then we've got to put heaters on them in the winter and they're just not going to make it. So I can tell a scam pretty easily because there's one usually grainy picture, sometimes two. Generally there's not a phone number. Now some of the new ones I've been seeing, there are phone numbers. Used to, when there were phone numbers, they were only out of state or weird area code phone numbers. Now I'm actually seeing them with my area code, and that's probably because of Google Voice. It's a lot cheaper to get a phone number now, so people are getting local phone numbers. But if you text them, generally the response will be, I'm selling this for my aunt, or this is my mom's car. You can email her at, and then usually a Gmail email. Don't email that email because it's going to be a waste of your time. Generally these are deals that are just a good enough deal to make you think, but they're not low enough like the first scams I saw where you'd see the cars that were like $700 or something stupid where you just knew it wasn't real. Now they're kind of pricing them to where it's just below, where it's, wow, it's a really good deal, but it's just high enough where it doesn't seem like a scam. So usually that's it, one or two pictures, usually not a phone number. There'll be a little link that says, or something below it that says email me at, and it's just a waste of your time to email them at that because that's that's just a scam. Now if you do text a phone number and they say it's not theirs, you need to email somebody else, don't waste your time because it's a scam. I've had a couple that actually were phone numbers that I texted, and the phone number actually texted me back and they wanted me to send them money on PayPal, and obviously that's not going to be a real deal. Don't send anyone money on PayPal, never do that. That's a scam. Now junk gets a little trickier. That's as you learn. I guess the more you learn, the more you'll know on how to pick out junk versus not junk. If you're just starting out, things to be careful of are when people say, it just needs a fuel pump, or just has a simple issue and it'll be running. Needs a cam position sensor. Those are kind of red flags because they might just need a fuel pump, or they might think it needs a fuel pump and it just needs a battery, or just needs a starter, or it could have a blown head gasket, or they think it needs a camshaft position sensor because they're getting a camshaft position sensor code, but because they need a timing chain, and maybe the timing chain is a 12-hour job, which is going to cost you over $1,000 to fix. It's a situation you don't want to be in. So as you're just starting out, you probably don't want to jump into the the needs work or the mechanic special. The great thing about buying cars from individuals is you get to drive them. You can take your code scanner, you can scan for codes. You can check to see if they have reset the codes by checking the readiness monitors. If the readiness monitors is not 0, then they've either had a dead battery or they pulled the battery cable on purpose to clear that so you can't see check engine lights. You get to drive it, you get to feel the transmission shift, you get to let the vehicle run as you're talking to them to let it warm up to see if it overheats. You get a lot more than people do when they go to an auction where a car comes through, it's in front of you for 10 seconds max, and then it's gone. There's no way you know if the transmission's good. There's no way you know if it's got a blown head gasket. There's no way you're gonna have time to put your scanner in there as it's running through. So you get a lot more due diligence time than, say, I would if I'm at an auction. So really, from a just starting out standpoint, Craigslist is gonna be your best friend because you're gonna have more time to actually investigate the car, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And on top of that, if you still don't feel comfortable with yourself, find a good mechanic, pay them, the $50 or whatever for them to take a look at it. And if the person doesn't want to let you take it to a mechanic, might be a red flag. Some people just aren't big on that, and I can understand that, but might be a red flag if they don't want to let you take it to a mechanic. Eventually you'll learn the things to look for, and that's how you avoid junk. So that's how you avoid overpriced vehicles, that's how you avoid scams, and that's also how you avoid junk vehicles. So I hope that helps, and I will see you guys in the next video.